Hi YouTube and welcome to another video. Thank you for joining me today. Today we'll get to the word of the Lord and then I will show you what I came to show you. The word of the Lord today is coming from Proverbs chapter 5 verse 21, and it says, "The ways of a man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he watches all his paths." Thank you for joining me for the word of the Lord. The word of the Lord today was taken from our Bible word search book, large print. It's like a word search, and it's 100 Days of Wisdom from the book of Proverbs. So all the puzzles are centered around a proverb. Thank you for joining me. So today I came to show you the progress on my sweater, the completed projects for my sister's order, also a haul from Michael's. So let's start with my sister's completed order. So her church commissioned me to make 16 mugs, coffee mugs, 20 bookmarks, 20 pairs of earrings, 20 keychains, and I think that's it, bookmarks, earrings, keychains, and key rings or something else. But anyway, I'll show you everything that I have. So here's one of the mugs that I make, and it's going to be like a prayer breakfast. So this is one of the ladies, and on the back it just says Corinthians Women's Department First Annual Prayer Brunch. So they're having a prayer brunch. So that's one of the ladies, and all the back of the cups say the same thing, but there are three different women, three different ladies, and that was the gray hat. So this is the red hat lady. I'll put it back in a second. And this is the one with the red hat. And all the ladies are praying, and I got these images off of, I either got them from designbundles.net or I got them off of Google Images, one of the other ones. And then we have a blue hat lady. So I really like how they came up. And I got these cups from Joann's years ago. And I got them, they were clearancing them out. They were half off. So I ended up getting the cups. So I got quite a bit of them. And so that's what I did with the cup project. And there's 16 of them, and I don't remember how many was the ratio. Also, I made some bookmarks. So this was just some cardstock that I had. I laminated them, and I got these images off of Google. And so here's one of them, and it says, "All scripture is breathed out by God and profitable for teaching, for reproof, for correction, and for training in righteousness, that the man of God may be complete, equipped, equipped for every good work." 2 Timothy 3:16 and 17. So that's what one looks like. And then I just had some scrapbook paper. And then I had this scrapbook paper. And then this says the same thing. And then these two scrapbook papers. These are two different scrapbook papers. And then here's the scripture for these ones. And then the only other one I had a scripture was this one, an orange one. And the same scrapbook paper. I think I used 3 different papers. No, yeah. 3 different papers. So here are the 3 different scrapbook papers, and I just printed them up on some cardstock, laminated them with the laminator, cut them apart, and put them together. So those are the bookmarks that I did. And then let's see what else we have in here. Pull it out. Oh, and then I have some keychains that I did. So I have this one, this one, this one, and these ones. And I got these keychains at Hobby Lobby, and I think I got these images that I put on because I've already packaged them up, so I'm trying to get the glare off. And then this one. So I really like the keychains and how they came out. I also have this one. It's the butterfly. And then this one. And there's another butterfly, but a little bit different. And then I have this one. Then I have this flower. And then I like these smiley faces. This one says, have a good day. So they're all a little bit different. So, and then here's a smaller one. Some strawberries. Another like colorful leopard or animal print. More daisies. And then we also have this one with like some ferns or something on it. Let's see, can we get that one without the glare? I don't know if we can get that one without the glare, but that's that one. And then I did some earrings. So I packaged up these earrings, and these are the ones that I cut out with my Glowforge, and I painted the back of some acrylic with all kind of paint, metallics and different paint, and then I cut them out. And then we have this pair, the Africa symbol, and then we have this pair. Those in there. And then we have another pair for the Africa, because these ones is cut out of this wood and these ones are cut out of a different wood. Sorry about the glare. And then this one's a little bit smaller, I think, than this one. These are both Africa, but I think these are a little bit smaller. These ones are a little bit bigger. I also have some of these. See, these have the little circle at the top and then a teardrop. These have no circle at the top. And I think I got this, might have been from Smoky Hill Designs or maybe CMS Acrylics. I can't remember which one. And then most of the acrylic that I painted is left over from the banks that I make, if you've seen any of the banks on my channel. And then I have these. I love these red and gold ones. And then this is some of the African fabric that I had that was left over that I made a book sleeve out of and a zipper pouch. This is more acrylic that I painted. Uh-oh, this one is poking out. This one's upside down, that's why. This is some more of acrylic that I painted. And so is this. I painted this acrylic. And then this one is poking out too. And then these ones, this has a little flower and then a teardrop, two different teardrops at the end of the flowers. Let's see, I really like this. Kind of take them out a little bit so you can see them a little bit better. There they go. So I really like that set. And then here's another one of those teardrop one, but these are a little bit smaller. And then this is just some black and white acrylic that I had that I put black and white on. More fabric from my African fabric that I cut out, added to wood and cut out. And then these was just some markers that I dotted some white acrylic with. More that I dotted white acrylic with, but these was a black and gold. These ones are more of the fabric that I cut out. This is some acrylic that I painted. More of the fabric that I cut out. And then these are some beads that I added some acrylic to the bottom that I painted. I love these ones. This is some red and I think, metallic paint and some gold metallic paint that I painted some acrylic with. And then like a little, I painted that with just some markers. And then here's another one that I painted the acrylic with purple and gold. And I think I took like a top, like a bottle top, and did the purple circles, let that dry, and then I went back and sponged on the the gold. So that's what I have for my sister's project. And then here is my jacket that I'm working on. So I think it's going to be a little small, and so I'm going to have to add some more rows down the front of the panel with some single crochets. But this is what it's looking like so far, and I got it attached together on the side so I can slip stitch it together and then start working on the sleeves and the top of it. So if it's too small, then I'm sure a cousin will take it or something, and I'll work on something till I can get the right sizing. And then the only other thing that I have is a haul that I went to Michael's. And they had some clearance yarn at this Michael's. So I got one of these, and this was $3, and it's loops and thread. It's a bulky 6, 96% acrylic, 4% polyester. See how many yards is on it, if I can tell. It's 163 yards, so maybe I'll make a hat, I'm not sure. I only got one that color. What kind of yarn is it? It is a loops and thread, ring spun or filet. I'm not sure what that says, but this is what it is right here. And then I got it in this color, and it was $3 too. And it's 163 yards. I also got it in this color. And I didn't get it for any particular reason. I just got it. These were $3 clearanced out. Then I got it in the blue. And it was $3. And then I got this solid color right here, and it was $3. Let's see if I can find some colors on here. This is Tanti Orange. This is Article. Nope, that is not the color, because this one says Article 2. Let's see, got colors. Oh, this one is Drizzle Bronze. So it's right underneath the scan. This is multicolor Tranquil. This is Tranquil. Super Sweet Multi. And Coral Reef. And then the only other color that I got was this one, and this one was $5, and I'm not sure what I'll do with it. But it only has 82 yards. It just says it's a 7, but it looks like a 6 to me. And these are 6, but they may be 5s. So, and what else is in here? Oh, there was another color in there. And then the only other thing I got that day was Oh, I knew what else I wanted to do. I wanted to do a market recap because me and my husband did another vendor event on Saturday. But I got these beads for $3. It was clearance them out at Michael's. And then I got these as well. Not sure what I'll do with them, but they were $3, so I just picked them up. And then I went out to Michael's today as well. And today, let's see, I'll show you what I got today. I got this board for making bracelets, and this one is a wood one. I got one at Michael's before, but it's plastic, but I wanted a sturdier one. So that one is wood. This is like a little roller when I'm making my quilts. I can roll this over my seams at my sewing machine. I picked up some more earring findings. And then the only other thing I picked up was some of these little things they have for $1. And I picked up 1, 2, 3, 4 of the bees. And I'll paint this and make earrings out of it. I'll put it in the Glow Forge to make earrings out of. And then I got two butterflies. I try to get stuff with lots of real estate. But these were clearance out for $1. So there is, let's see, I think there's 6 of them in here, maybe more. Let's see, can I open it? Is there an opening on it? I think so. Let me see. Because it's what it's made for is to make a banner. But when I saw it, that's not what I wanted to make with it, a banner. I want to paint them and put it in the Glow Forge to make earrings. So there are, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them. And they're like super thin, so you can paint that and you can definitely get a pair of earrings out of that. So that's what I got that for. I won't be making no banner, not to my knowledge anyway. And so that's what I'll be making out of that. I'll spray paint it, or I will put, I got something else too. Can't remember what it was. I thought I got one more thing. To check my receipt to make sure she didn't charge me for it. Let's see. But I thought I got one more thing, but I can't remember what it was now, and I don't see it on my receipt. And then the other thing that I ended up getting was, I saw on their app that they had some $5 clearance yarn, but when I went to the store, they didn't have it out. So the girl went to look for it for me, and they still had it in the box. They hadn't even put it out on the floor yet. And so they had like 7 or 8 colors, but 2 of the colors they didn't have. So I got this for $5, and this is Loops and Threads Fluffy Flex, and this color is orange. And it says it's a bulky 5, but I don't know. So I sold out of my loaf cats, so I need to make some more. Then they had the white. They had gray. You probably can't tell, but this is a gray color. They had yellow. And the only 2 colors I'm missing is the pink and the purple. They had a blue color. and a green color. But the color that's missing is purple. The store said they had purple, but she didn't bring any purple out. She said they couldn't find the purple. And then the store said they didn't have pink. So I'll probably go back and look when they do get them out the box, because I guess they never put these out, and then they clearanced them out before they could even get them on the floor. So that is what I got. And then I'll do my market recap right quick from what I sold on Saturday. And me and my husband went to out of town, and we go to this lake about 2 hours away from us, and we don't pay anything to vend there. We just put our tent up. If I can find the video, I'll put a clip to the video in at the end of the video. But we sold, I don't have all my transactions because I didn't write them down like I did when I was at the other 3-day market that we did. But I'll tell you what I have in here. We sold some earrings, 3 pair and it came to $16.31. We sell them for $15, but Square charges tax. So we sold 3 pair of earrings for $15 at $4.50. 3 pair at $4.38. We sold a large tote bag at $2.51, and that was $22. We sold 3 earrings. Let me see what else was in that transaction. We sold 3 pair of earrings for $15 in a book sleeve for $12. And that was at, no, that was a tote bag. Let's see, the tote bag was at $2.51, and the earrings and the, I think the earring and the, let's see, what is this one? No, this was plain old earrings. Okay, let me just go from the top. At $8.53, we sold 2 tote bags and a book sleeve. At $11.12, we sold a wavy brim hat for $35. We sold some bracelets at $11.31 for $5. We sold 3 sets of earrings and 3 sets of regular earrings and a let me see what that transaction is. And then just a regular pair of earrings, and then a set of 3 at $12.30. At $1.50, we sold the earrings and the book sleeve, and that was $29. And we sold a large tote bag at $2.51, and we sold the jellyfish at $4.38. We sold another set of earrings at $4.50, and we sold a large loaf cat at 7-Eleven and a large tote bag, and that's when we were packing up. And then we had other transactions because we had a mishap too. My husband sold a hat, but his phone died in the middle of the transaction. And so when we realized it, we didn't get paid for that hat, and that was a $35 hat. But we had talked to the couple, and I had gotten her card. She had given me her card, so I reached out to her to let her know that that transaction didn't go through. So I'm waiting to hear back from her to see if she'll allow me to send her an invoice to pay for the hat. And then we sold other tote bags that people paid cash for. We sold, I sold my last large loaf cat, which I was happy about. I sold my octopi, and I was only charging $10 for it because I only had one left. But the guy was like, "Oh, this work is too good. I'm going to give you $15." So he gave me a $5 tip for it. And so altogether, we made about $400 vending in the park, and it was a free event, and so it was really good. So I was really happy with the day. I was really grateful to the Lord that, I made more money in that one day from 8 o'clock in the morning till 7 than I did in the 3-day event. Because when I took out the money that I paid to vend at the event, I made like $375, even though I made over $600. But by the time I took out the fees to vend and the parking and all of that, I didn't make as much money as I should have. And so this event on Saturday, I made almost $400, and I didn't pay anything to vend there. You just go and you take your tent, you set your stuff up, and you can vend for free. And there's lots of vendors out there. They play music about 3 o'clock, different things. So I was really pleased with the outcome of that event. But that's all I have for you today. God bless you. You have an awesome and an amazing day. Be blessed, my friends. Bye.